Why Saraland, Alabama should be on your list. Saraland keeps showing up on everybody's short list when they're researching Mobile County. The more you understand why, the harder it will be for you to take off your list. In this video, I'm going to show you what is actually behind the reputation. Hey y'all, I'm Kelli with Camellia Real Estate Group, brokered by eXp Realty. And I grew up in Saraland, and now that my family and I are back home, I see Saraland differently than someone who is just looking at it on Zillow or driving down I-65. To outsiders, Saraland may look just like a city north of Mobile, but if you really know the area, Saraland has built an identity that other Mobile County cities are still working towards. It's a place where schools matter, sports matter, the community, neighborhoods matter, and people still care about what's happening in town. And if you're moving here from out of state or from another part of Alabama or even across the country, this video is going to help you understand why so many people are choosing Saraland. Let's start with the location, because this is one of Saraland's biggest advantages. Saraland sits north of Mobile with access to I-65, Highway 43, Celeste Road, and Shelton Beach Road, and other major corridors that people use every single day. That means you can live in a smaller community while still being close to Mobile, being close to your jobs, hospitals, restaurants, the port, industrial employers, the Eastern Shore, and the greater Gulf Coast. For a lot of people, that is the sweet spot. They do not want to feel buried in traffic every day. They do not necessarily want to live downtown. They want a yard. They want neighborhoods. They want nationally rated schools. They want space. But they also do not want to be so far out that everything becomes inconvenient. Saraland gives you that balance. The census shows that the average commute time for a Saraland resident is about 26 minutes, which tells you something important. People are able to live here and still get to work, school, medical care, and daily life without feeling totally disconnected. That is a huge reason that people are choosing Saraland. It feels local, but it is connected. Saraland is especially popular with households that are thinking long-term. People are not usually looking at Saraland because they want the trendiest of neighborhoods or the flashiest of nightlife. They're looking at Saraland because they want stability. They're coming for the schools and sports. They want a yard. They want a place where their kids can be involved. And they want a city that is investing in itself. They want something that feels truly rooted. And that is where Saraland stands out. One of the biggest reasons that people choose Saraland is the city's own school system. Saraland City Schools has become one of the major drivers of demand in our area. The district has a strong reputation, and the school system highlights a 97A district report card grade, tied for third in the state. But the school story is bigger than just a grade. The school system is part of the fabric of the identity of the city. Students start young as Spartans, and families follow the schools. Friday nights feel like community events. The band, athletics, career tech programs, fine arts, and academic programs all feed into a larger sense that Saraland is investing in our children. And that matters. Parents are not just asking, where will my child sit in the classroom? They're asking, will my child have opportunities here? Will they be challenged? Will they be supported? Will they have somewhere to belong? Will this community care about their future? In Saraland, the schools give families a very strong answer, and that is one of the reasons that buyers are willing to compete for the right home here. They're not just buying a house, they're buying into a school system and a community that takes pride in our students. If schools are the reason that you're looking at Saraland, I can walk you through which neighborhoods fall inside the school district boundaries. Reach out and I'll show you exactly what to look for, because getting this right before you buy matters more than most people realize. One of the biggest reasons that Saraland feels like it is moving into a new chapter is the land. The land is Saraland's sports and recreation complex on Celeste Road. It is not just a local park. It is a major quality of life investment. The land offers indoor and outdoor sports, recreation, event spaces, and community gathering areas. The indoor complex is part of a larger 100-acre and $72 million project and includes basketball, volleyball, pickleball courts, multi-purpose rooms, an indoor walking track, locker rooms, and the fitness den, and our son's favorite, the climbing den at the land, which is a 26-foot climbing tower with a rotating wall challenges and plenty of room just for him to burn energy. It's the kind of place that kids talk about long after they leave. For kids, it means opportunities. For parents, it means more activities close to home. For athletes, it means better facilities. It means fitness, walking, pickleball, and events and recreation for adults. And for local businesses, it means tournaments, visitors, and more activity in the city. And for real estate, it sends a clear signal. Saraland is investing in itself. When a city builds something like the land, it changes how people see the community. It says this is not just a place to sleep and commute from. This is a place where we gather, a place to play, a place where we raise our kids, a place to host events, and a place that is planning for our future. Another reason Saraland stands out is that the housing market gives buyers different versions of the Saraland lifestyle. If you want established neighborhoods, Saraland has those. Spanish Trace gives you mature surroundings, a settled neighborhood feel with a park inside the neighborhood. Shelton Beach Estates gives you an established residential feel with convenience and accessibility. If you want new construction, developers are building new communities out Celeste Road, with the most noted being Bear Run, which gives buyers a newer D.R. Horton option with modern layouts and the appeal of a fresh start. This is what makes Saraland interesting. It's not just attracting one type of buyer. You may have a first-time buyer that's trying to get into the school district. You may have a move-up family looking for more space. You may have a retiree who wants convenience but not congestion. You may have a veteran using a VA loan and wanting a laid-back South Alabama lifestyle, or like us, you have people that are coming home after years away. As of May of 2026, Realtor.com shows Saraland homes selling at a median of $286,000, with listings coming to the market around $260,000. That is still much more affordable than many comparable communities across the Southeast. Another question buyers ask all the time is how close are we to a hospital? Saraland does not have a traditional full-service inpatient hospital inside the city, but we do have a 24/7 freestanding emergency department provided by Mobile Infirmary, located just off of I-65 at exit 13 near Highway 158. Emergency care has emergent care and an imaging center. Years ago, if you had lived in the area, you expected to drive much further into Mobile for emergency care. But now Saraland has emergency care close by, plus medical offices, urgent care options, and access to larger hospital systems throughout Mobile. For buyers, that gives you peace of mind. Here is the part that is hard to explain unless you've lived here. Saraland still feels like a community. You feel it during football season, you feel it at school events, and you feel it when people talk about their Spartans. You feel it when families have been here for generations, and you feel it when people move away and still claim Saraland as home. That local identity matters. Some cities grow and they lose their soul. Saraland is growing, but it still has a very strong sense of itself. It has history. It has pride. It has families who remember what it used to be. It has new families moving in because of what it's becoming. You have longtime locals, you have people moving north out of Mobile. You have people relocating from other states for industrial jobs, families chasing schools, and you have people who want to be close to the Gulf Coast without paying beach prices. That mix gives Saraland momentum. Living in Saraland is not about high-rise condos, walkable nightlife, or big city lifestyle. That's just not what we are. Saraland is more practical than flashy. It's the kind of place where the lifestyle is built around schools, sports, family, work, fishing and hunting, local restaurants, weekend projects, ball fields, front porches, and knowing how to get everything you need. You're close enough to Mobile for dinner, concerts, medical care, work, and events. And you're close enough to the Eastern Shore and the beaches for day trips. You're close enough to rivers, boat launches, and outdoor recreation. But when you come home, you're not in the middle of downtown traffic. You can live a real, rooted, family-friendly South Alabama life here. Now, because I want this channel to be useful, not just promotional, let's be honest, Saraland is not perfect. If you want a big city lifestyle, this is not your place. If you want the cheapest housing option in Mobile County, it is also not the only option. It may not be the lowest priced area that you can find. If you're buying specifically for the schools, you need to verify that the home is actually inside the Saraland City School system before you make any assumptions. And yes, growth does mean more traffic, especially up Celeste Road, more demand and more competition for the best homes. But for a lot of people, those trade-offs, they're worth it. So why should Saraland be on your list? Because Saraland gives you a little bit of everything that makes South Alabama appealing. You get small town community with access to Mobile. You get strong schools. You get established neighborhoods and new construction. You get the land, one of the biggest recreational investments in the region. You have emergency health care close by. You get one of my favorites, Friday night football, local pride in a community that people actually care about. And most importantly, you get a place where families can put down roots. That is what makes Saraland special. It's not trying to be everything to everybody. It knows what it is. A family-focused, school-proud, sports-loving, growing South Alabama community with a whole lot of momentum. I'm Kelli Salter with Camellia Real Estate Group, brokered by eXp Realty. And if you're thinking about moving to Saraland, Satsuma, or really anywhere in Mobile County, reach out. We will help you understand the neighborhoods, the schools, the new construction options, the commute, the lifestyle, and what truly makes the most sense for your family. Because Saraland is not just a place to buy a house. For a lot of people, it's the place that they finally feel at home.